So far, this interview's been going great with Live Steve Lobel, with obviously Ben Baller.
We get
what's next
really personal.
Yeah, I mean, I have to get personal because I have depth with you. And I don't want to talk about who you beefing with and who you fucking and how much money you got. That's all corny stuff. I don't respect that. I respect real stuff. And like you always say, after an hour, I can't take Steve no more because he's real. And I'm not going to change. And I appreciate that you appreciate that in me. But what's next for Ben?
Well, you know, about 13 years ago, I started noticing I became popular on the internet amongst sneaker message forums, a couple other forums here and there. You know, a lot of big companies spawned off of things. You know, when Eugene and these other cats started Hypebeast, you know, they kind of came off of Nike Talk, and I was involved in a couple big forums, you know, from cars all across the board, and you know, it's helped my business. You know, social media has been amazing. I've been blessed to have certain things. I'm blessed to have, you know, a TV show with a season, and then, you know, a reality series, 2 seasons on a Google channel.
I loved it, by the way.
You know, and you know, I won a Webby Award, 120,000 reality shows submitted, and I won Best Reality Series, you know, 2013, and that was a big deal, you know. And not even that, to have Ben Silverman, you're talking about top 10 most powerful Hollywood moguls in the world. At one point, the president of NBC, founder of the show The Office, and a million different shows. He's the executive producer of my show. I have an NBC type produced show. You know, we were doing it. Unfortunately, some things that happened internally between my production company, whatever. But what's next? What's next is a book. What's next after that? The autobiography of my life, you know, in a film, depicted in a movie. What's next? Maybe a clothing brand. Now I have a major move that I think I told you that I'm doing, and I don't really want to speak on that now because right now I need to focus on where am I going to take this jewelry. Now, am I going to franchise? I don't know if I need to. I'm not the type of dude that sits there and be like, all right, well, 6 years ago I'd have been like, all right, listen, Miami, New York, China, Hong Kong, we gonna kill this. No, I got kids now, dog. I make a good amount of money. I want to stay out of certain people's lanes. I want to do my thing. I want to have a couple little side businesses, whether they be Wingstops or whether they be motherfucking iced tea stores. I'm just gonna have my lane that no one else is kind of gonna come into, and I'm cool. Like, if I can make $1.5, $2 million a year and be happy and support everyone and know that within a few years I'll be able to retire, I don't need to go and have to try to make 4 or 5 million, kill myself doing that. That's not me. Right. So the future, really, I'd like to tell my story. I'd like to inspire other young Asian kids. You ain't gotta watch martial arts, and you ain't gotta be in some fucking, you know, some Chinese movie or some stereotypical bullshit movie. You know, at the end of the day, really, you could have put me in a movie and the role was for a Puerto Rican dude. It wouldn't have made any difference because I would have played the role because I'm a street cat. Right. And a lot of cats like, oh, you're fronting, your dad did this and da-da-da. Man, fuck, you don't know shit about me. Right. Like, shut the fuck up, you know? But what's next is taking my brand, not even just IF & Co, my company, my brand is Ben Baller, making it a household name. And not for the money. Right. This is for all the younger Asian or, you know, any immigrant household to be like, yo, if this motherfucker used to work at Burger King and Subway and now he's doing this, it's possible. Now, there's a lot more congestion and a lot more people out there doing things, whether it be rap or whatever else. I'm just saying, it's possible.
Title of the book.
We working on playing with you, man. No, honestly, I haven't gotten that far. I just got picked up by CAA. Okay. That was a lifelong dream.
You know what the title is? The Coach Less Longer Than the Player.
Yeah.
The coach less longer to play. You know what? I tell people money comes and goes, but history stays. Oh, okay. And I'm just trying to keep making history. And I do a lot of motivational speaking at juvenile halls, drug rehabs, and high schools. Give me 3 words to describe Ben Baller.
Loud. Genius. Damn, this is tough, man. Let's see, loud, genius. Only 3? Only 3?
You got 2.
No, I'm saying only 3. I can think of 15 things.
I'm giving you 3. Top 3.
Top 3. Loud, genius. Father.
Favorite basketball player, since you're a basketball player?
A current or?
All time. Ben Baller's favorite basketball player since you played basketball.
Magic Johnson.
Favorite basketball team?
Come on, man. Lakers. Like, come on, man.
Favorite rapper of all time?
Fuck, that's tough, man. I think a lot of people, I have to explain this, because a lot of people really don't understand, you know, early on, what this brother was saying about where we grew up. Fuck the movies and the shit now. I gotta say Ice Cube's up there, dude. I'm sorry, man.
Okay. A couple more questions. One word is, what's your extent as education? Like, what was the extension of education?
I finished with a bachelor's degree, college, so I finished college.
What lesson did you learn from Brian Turner at Priority Records?
Ooh, man. One thing Brian taught me early was try to buy something for $1 and sell it for $3 and do it 100,000 times a day. He said, people are trying to buy something for 100,000, sell it for 200 grand and say, yeah, that's cool. But he always said, people want to cater to the 1%. I want the rich people to buy this. Nah, dude. The real money is being made when you're asleep in bed.
Exactly.
You need to cater to the 90+%. Buy something for $1, sell it for $3 and do it all day long.
Exactly. You talk a lot about you want to give back to the youth, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, why do you think a lot of the youth in business and artists lack patience and feel entitled these days?
People are going to take this the wrong way and they're going to have to then.
Just your opinion?
My opinion is, parents at home ain't knocking the shit out of their kids, man. You know, people ain't setting them straight. These kids have no, they have no big homie guidance, and that's the real. They think they're too cool to do certain things. Even when I sat down with Drake, you know, Drake was very attentive about what was going on. You know, we did So Far Gone. I kind of coordinated that album. I was very involved with hanging out. You need a car, you need this. Yo, homie, I see potential in you, dog. If you need something, you think about it, holla at me. But a lot of these younger cats, they definitely feel entitled. They got their chest out in certain things, and you know, they don't have them just getting fucked up.
And just stay humble.
It's a sad. I mean, I'm not a humble person, so I can't say that because, you know, I was talking shit when I was broke, so I wasn't gonna change now. But at the same time, yes, when it comes to when humble matters, I'm a humble person.
You're a businessman. What is your decision-making process when it comes to business decisions? It's a very hard question to answer.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Okay, when it comes to business, how do you know which businesses you want to do? What's the decisions you make? Do you go with your gut? Do you do your homework? Do you gamble? Like, what do you do to make the decisions when it comes to business? You're an entrepreneur. You've been in a lot of businesses.
Yeah, no, I'm involved. Look at Nick Diamond.
Yeah, I'm interviewing Nick tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm involved with Nick. I mean, it's just, I think when it comes to business, I think first and foremost, how is this going to make me look? Okay, there's two ways about going things. You can have a genius idea and be like, listen, do I want to be on infomercials and be the Woogie blanket or whatever the fuck it's called, the Snuggie, and be, you know, overnight success with this? Or do I want to change the world and be cool and have something everyone wearing, but they don't feel stupid about it 10 years later? Do you know what I'm saying? I look at that. How does my name, how does this represent my brand, my legacy? How do my kids look at me later? You know, and be like, oh man, your dad's the guy who made those shirts with the dicks on them. No, that's not me. So that's one business thing. Now, when I go into business and I got a gut feeling, you know, one thing is everyone's got to work with each other. You got to be able to work with each other. You know, if you can't work with each other, I mean, people have done it, but that's not going to be a happy, it's a toxic relationship off top. You know, and people have to understand, people say, oh, it's just business.
Got to be a team. Together, everybody choose more. Two more questions. What is your most successful investment to date? Think about this. People included.
Have to be gold, man. I got into gold bars early. I got into gold coins early, man, and it's been insane.
I thought you were going to say your children.
That's different. That's a different investment.
I said people included.
Oh. I thought you meant like friends. Yeah. I mean, come on. You can't even compare that because
I just threw that out there.
Because my life now, it's not about me anymore. I'm living through them.
Exactly.
I mean, we might have a third, and you know the thing is, when you got 3 kids, you got 2 kids, you can't love one more than the other.
Exactly.
You got to be unconditional with both of them. So I mean, that's my greatest investment.
You're 100% right. And my last question: what is your definition of success? Hopefully, I'm giving you some hard questions, man. Because I know you've been interviewed a lot. And
I've been interviewed a lot.
And I'm giving you some great questions.
And I'm glad
right?
you give me different things.
Thank you, man.
My definition of success is to see my kids grow up, good environment, fed, clothed, learning the rights and wrongs about the world, being in tune, being gentle with the earth. You know, that's first and foremost most important to me. Do you know what I'm saying? But, you know, success, in order for me to give them the life they have, I had to be successful. Do you know what I mean? Success is not the cars. Success is not all that. Success is me being able to work, be able to have a couple toys and do these things, have no debt, but most importantly, make everyone in my family proud, and the love, the energy is just, we all on the same page, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, success is nothing if you can't share it with someone that you love.
You know, it's so funny. Years and years ago, I would say success to me was being around Run DMC or going around the world with an artist, or, you know, purchasing my first house or getting my GED, you know. And now, as I accomplished all those things, I feel like next thing that'll be success to me is finding a wife, having some children, and be successful.
I'm telling you, the moment that baby comes out of the womb, your whole fucking life stops and it begins all over again.
I know for a fact from everybody telling me, including you, and you know what? You'll be on the top 5 calls when that day happens. And one more thing, because this hip hop changed our lives, just give me one memory of hip hop that changed your life, because hip hop got us to where we're at, so to speak, and we live it and we're passionate about it. But just something that, like, I put up once on Instagram, I fell in love with hip hop when I heard Suck MCs from Run DMC on 98.7 Kiss, that made me fall in love with hip hop. I'm just saying to you, is because you're a hip hop guy representing hip hop and the Asians to the fullest, and you have history and legacy in hip hop. People don't know that. Now they know. If they don't know, just one thing about that.
That changed my life?
Yeah, just what hip hop did to you. Just change your life, or a memory. Something quick, but short, simple.
Short, simple. I saw Beat Street. You know what I'm saying? I was at home. I was in the garage practicing my backspins, and Melly Mel, I was listening to Scorpio, Grandmaster, you know what I'm saying? And I heard Scorpio, it was like Scorpio, like synthesizer, anything with synthesizer. And I was breaking, I was like, man, this shit just, this, Freakazoid, you know what I mean? Planet Patrol, you know, Soul Sonic Force, all that was like so big to me. When that music came out, it was like, I'm sorry, this is a 2-part thing, it'd be quick. That right there, I saw Beat Street, I said, listen, that's it. I want to be involved in hip hop, I want to dance. But then when it got to, you know, when it got to a little bit being older, first time I heard Boys in the Hood by Eazy and NWA, my life changed, fam.
Amazing.
That was it. This is your boy Ben Baller, and you're live with Steve Lobel. Nobody keeps it motherfucking 100 more than he does.